A wise man once said that the smallest and most trivial things in life will turn out to be the most dangerous to mankind. Maybe that is when the saying, "never judge a book by its cover," was also formulated, because the video you are about to watch is about the most dangerous bugs in the world. According to Schmidt's index pain level, the bugs listed below are listed on the index pain level at the top with the highest rating of pain. This is best described as a person walking on burning charcoal wearing 3-inch nailed slippers. Before we begin exploring the 10 most dangerous bugs in the world, we would like to remind you to subscribe while hitting the bell icon for more interesting content and mind-teasing videos. Did you subscribe? Great! Let's begin! Number 1. Ticks. Let's begin with something simple and tiny, but at the same time the most unwelcome guest. Every living thing has a place in our lives except for parasitic creatures such as ticks. Let me make it more clear, they suck. Yes, they might not be high on the Schmidt's index level of pain, as the pain they cause goes unnoticed. However, they carry horrible pathogens such as bacteria, viruses, and protozoa, leading to deadly diseases. One of those deadly diseases you might already know, and it's called Lyme disease. However, Rocky Mountain spotted fever is even worse. Fatality statistics denote about 30% for untreated patients, as the symptoms are too generic, such as fever, headache, nausea, vomiting, and muscle pain. Yes, it can be treated by antibiotics, but still, in many cases, the diagnosis is difficult due to the common symptoms shared with many other diseases. If you are lucky enough to survive, then it might leave you with lifelong complications. Residents of North Carolina, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri, beware of this type of fever because it is reported higher in your area. In 7 years of research, scientists have been able to find only 4 such tick-borne diseases, which means there is a long way to go until they identify all of them. Number 2. Fleas. Another blood-sucking parasitic critter is fleas, which, unlike ticks, has caused the death of 25 million people in the 14th century in Europe. Remember the Black Plague? Well, that was the deadly work of the fleas indeed. Though the disease can be treated by antibiotics, still, their prevalence causes harm in the form of either plague or typhus. Out of the 3,000 types of known fleas in the world, only a few are dangerous to humans, and these could be further classified into rat fleas, human fleas, and cat fleas. However, don't let this confuse you. The names they bear have nothing to do with the host they prefer. For instance, cat fleas prefer humans and dogs. If you think you escaped the wrath of a flea, then think again, as it may be peacefully resting in the dust of your carpet or on the cracks of your walls or floors. Adult fleas can survive for months without food, so beware of them. Already feeling itchy? I know we are. Number 3. Ants. Ants are generally portrayed as the symbol of teamwork, hard work, and of course unity. Ants are aware of this since they do everything together, even if it meant killing. Yes, ants are capable of murder. Although it may be highly unlikely in a place where you are right now, still, it is a fact. Let us explain. Well, for starters, it is a common and a known fact that millions of ants live together in colonies. Mostly, they attack only when they are threatened. However, sometimes if they are unlucky enough to run out of food supplies on a rainy day, they attack to survive. The 2 deadliest ant species on Earth are fire ants and bullet ants. Let us take it up one at a time. Number 4. Fire ants. Firstly, fire ants are named like this for a reason. Though they mostly feed on young plants and seeds, at times they do kill small animals for food. Their predating techniques include biting for a grip and then stinging by injecting a venomous combination of alkaloids with toxic proteins. Yes, you guessed it right, the sting feels like your body is on fire, hence the name. Some people are allergic to this venom, which causes them to experience anaphylactic shocks, and many have died in a matter of hours. Number 5. Bullet ants. The bullet ants are also named after their stinging pain. The pain feeling you feel after being stung is like being shot by a bullet. When we say shot by a bullet, you may not clearly understand, as not many of us have experienced being shot by a bullet. Remember at the beginning of the video, we mentioned the act of walking over flaming charcoal with 3-inch nail slippers? Yes, that level of Schmidt's pain scale is what you'll experience when stung by bullet ants. When we say this, you should be thanking your lucky stars for not living in the rainforests of Nicaragua all the way to Paraguay. On the other hand, try to imagine the state of the Satir Mawa tribe in Brazil who use these ants to welcome young men to manhood. This manhood event? It's still happening, and even you can participate if you want to experience hell. Number 6. Bees. How can we leave out the busy bees among the list of dangerous bugs? While on one side, environmentalists protest the protection and cultivation of bees as they are responsible for pollination and afforestation, bees, on the other hand, ended up being responsible for the death of 89 Americans in 2017. In 2 words, anaphylactic shock caused the death of those Americans, and it is to be noted most of them were males. Coined with the names murder hornet and killer bee, the bees differ depending on their origin. Let's talk about the Asian or Japanese giant hornet, aka the previously mentioned murder hornet. The largest flying critter has a stinger of about a quarter inch, which is 2/3 of its size, while the killer bee is just a hyped name for the African honeybee, which prevails in Florida, Texas, Nevada, New Mexico, and Southern California. Also, it is responsible for up to 2 deaths every year. These bees have a strong tendency to protect their territory, but unlike the general honeybees, they tend to attack in large numbers and for a long period of time. For example, they will chase a person for a quarter mile at least. Vengeance is sweet after all. They can even kill a horse. Number 7. The Black Widow. Are you arachnophobic? Then just the name spider is enough to send shivers down your spine. But even if you aren't, you still need to be careful with the following spiders, as they are one of the most dangerous bugs. From paralysis to convulsions to even amputation is possible if you happen to come across any of these spiders. Have you heard of the spider called Black Widow? Who wouldn't have? It has starred in most Hollywood movies. Though the name is scary, it does not cause death when bitten, at least not since 1983. However, symptoms such as muscle pain and rigidity, vomiting, and sweating will prevail for 3 to 7 days. Similarly, the bite of the Brazilian wandering spider will cause severe burning, sweating, goosebumps, nausea, hypothermia, blurred vision, vertigo, convulsions, and followed by low or high blood pressure. Though the Guinness Book of Records names it as the world's most poisonous spider, still, it has hardly killed any humans. Pets have died, though, as their toxicity is too much for small animals, and you might even come across this spider as it travels through banana shipments to other countries and ends up in shoes, boxes, cars, and eventually houses. Number 8. Wasps. If the Black Widow gave you a scare, then you need to be even more careful around the tarantula hawk, as its main business is to kill tarantulas. Scary, right? Let us make it even scarier for you. They prey on tarantulas by first paralyzing them through their sting, then they drag them to their nest where they are kept alive for their larvae to feed once hatched. A parasitoid wasp. Though it is docile among humans, if ever threatened, their sting would be so blindingly painful that all you would feel like doing is scream. Yes, scream your lungs out for a whole 5 minutes, and after that, the excruciating pain will subside. Number 9. Caterpillar. Have you ever seen a cute caterpillar resembling a Persian cat? Do not even try touching it, as its fur-like spines will lead to a kind of skin irritation. The unlucky victims who experienced it described the pain to be similar to that of a broken bone, so beware. Number 10. Mosquitoes. We saved the best bug for last, as mosquitoes may not have an excruciatingly painful sting or a venomous bite, but still, it manages to kill 750,000 people every year. It kills 1 person every 30 seconds and is the carrier of numerous terrible illnesses such as malaria, dengue, West Nile, yellow fever, Zika, chikungunya, and lymphatic filariasis. We have a tip to save yourselves from this deadly bug. Do not drink beer. You heard that right. Studies have found that ethanol and alcohol in beers raises the body temperature, which is something mosquitoes love and are more attracted to. Further to this, they are usually interested in people who exhale high amounts of CO2 or who have a big body mass. However, if you have an O blood type, you are helpless. They love you no matter what. With this last part, we have reached the end of our video. Just a reminder, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe while hitting the bell icon for more mind-teasing videos. Thanks for watching. Until the next one.